Should Orlando Pirates allow the young Mbekezeli Mbokazi to join the national team under 20 in the Afcon under 20 that is taking place from the Afcon from the 27th of April until the 18th of May? Should Orlando Pirates allow the young man to go? I mean, considering that he has now become a vital cog, he has become a vital cog in the Orlando Pirates machinery, in that Orlando Pirates defense. So should Orlando Pirates allow him to leave and be part of the Afcon under 20 that will take place in Egypt? This Afcon under 20 will be staged in Egypt from the 27th of April 2025 until the 18th of May 2025. You now also look at the time that this tournament is taking place. It is at a time where Orlando Pirates are faced with the hectic schedule. It's at a time when Orlando Pirates are faced with the hectic schedule, because now Orlando Pirates are currently chasing for the league title. Orlando Pirates are currently chasing for the league title, and they've got 8 games remaining. And if you look at those games, actually those 8 games are in themselves the finals, because Orlando Pirates are trailing Mamelodi Sundowns. So if Orlando Pirates are to catch up with Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, they have to win their remaining 8 matches and hope that Mamelodi Sundowns do drop points at some stage, because Mamelodi Sundowns have got 6 games remaining, meaning Orlando Pirates have got 2 games in hand. Orlando Pirates have played 2 games less than Mamelodi Sundowns. So you look at all these fixtures, and you look at the fact that this tournament is taking place from the 27th of April. So let us look at the Orlando Pirates fixtures. We have not even touched the league. Let us look. Orlando Pirates are currently in the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. They are facing the Pyramids of Egypt from the 19th. The first leg will be played on the 19th of April 2025 at FNB Stadium in South Africa, with the second leg taking place on the 25th of April in Cairo in Egypt, 2 days before the under 20 tournament kicks off. And South Africa are playing against the host Egypt on the 27th, which is Sunday. So Orlando Pirates are playing the CAF Champions League second leg out in Cairo on the 25th, which will be Friday, whereas the under 20 are kicking off their Afcon tournament on Sunday the 27th against the host Egypt. Now, depending on how Orlando Pirates do on these semi-finals, if Orlando Pirates progresses to the finals, that adds another match. Okay, that adds another match that Orlando Pirates have to play in the intervening period that the under 20 tournament will be taking place. You also look at the fact that Orlando Pirates have made it to the final. Orlando Pirates have made it to the final of the Nedbank Cup, where they are looking to defend their title. As you've known, that Orlando Pirates have won the Nedbank Cup 2 times in a row. So they are looking to win it for the 3 times now in a row, for a 3rd time in a row. In the final, they are facing their arch enemies, which is Kaizer Chiefs. It is a Soweto derby. They are facing their biggest rivals, which is Kaizer Chiefs, on the 10th of May. But you know what? Before the 10th of May, the 10th of May being the final, a week before that, on the 3rd of May, Orlando Pirates are scheduled to play Kaizer Chiefs. Are scheduled to play Kaizer Chiefs in the league match, Betway Premiership match. So now we are in for a Soweto derby that will take place on the 3rd and also on the 10th. So now I've just mentioned these 4 matches. Of course, there's still league matches for Orlando Pirates to play. So when you look at this, the Nedbank Cup final is on the 10th. And the Afcon tournament ends on the 18th of May. But the most important thing also to consider when you're talking about Mbekezeli Mbokazi and Orlando Pirates, whether Orlando Pirates should release him, it is the fact that Orlando Pirates are very thin at the back in terms of their centre-back positions. Orlando Pirates this season, they've suffered injuries to key defenders. First being Olisanda, who got injured sometime around October, just before the MTN8 final, where Orlando Pirates played against Stellenbosch. And Orlando Pirates went on, as we now know that Orlando Pirates went on to win the MTN8 final. So Olisanda got injured in October. Then at some point in February, he started training, was beginning to jogging and joining the trainings and all of that. But unfortunately, he has gotten injured again. And at the same time in February, another key defender to Orlando Pirates, a defender who was even beginning to force his way into the South Africa's national team, Bafana Bafana. I'm talking about Thabiso Sesan. Got injured and he suffered a long-term injury, meaning he's out for the season. So now you've got these key defenders. By the way, Olisanda and Thabiso Sesan were the centre-back pairings when Orlando Pirates won the Nedbank Cup last season. These were the centre-back pairings when Orlando Pirates started this season, the 2024-25 season. They were the centre pairing when Orlando Pirates went on all the way to be number one on the log, where they played 7 games undefeated. Not just 7 games undefeated, but 7 games straight wins. So do you see how key those injuries are? Which then left them with only Kosnati Sibis at the time. Then the Tablet was coming back from injury. But he was still not up to his best, Tablet, which then compelled the coach to use the youngster Mbekezeli Mbokazi. And luckily for Orlando Pirates, Mbekezeli Mbokazi came in and fitted like a glove. He's been winning man of the matches and all of that, to an extent that the senior national team coach, the Bafana Bafana coach, Hugo Bruce, has mentioned that he's looking to include him into the senior national team. So now as we talk, Orlando Pirates have only got 3 centre backs: Nkosinathi Sibisi, Tablet Xoki, and the young Mbekezeli Mbokazi. So how do you then expect Orlando Pirates to agree to release the young Mbekezeli Mbokazi to go to the Afcon tournament, where Orlando Pirates are still chasing for the league title, are chasing for the Nedbank Cup, and are chasing for the CAF Champions League? It's irrational. Of course, it's irrational for anyone to expect of Orlando Pirates to agree to release the young man. Because also it must take into cognizance the fact that this tournament is taking place at a time when the season is on. It is not a FIFA break. You see? The teams are chasing. They need these players. So him only missing this under 20 Afcon. Of course, it's important to mention that he played a key role in getting this under 20 team to qualify for this Afcon tournament. But currently the situation demands that he must remain at Orlando Pirates because he has already won himself a place in the starting lineup, of which is going to be beneficial for the national team in the long run, for him to remain and play, be a vital cog in that Orlando Pirates machinery. So my argument is that it is irrational for anyone to expect Orlando Pirates to agree to release the young Mbekezeli Mbokazi to join the under-20 national team in the Afcon tournament. He must remain at Orlando Pirates, continue to cement his place, and continue to gain the necessary experience. The very same experience is going to be beneficial to the national team. Because, the fact that he's going to be playing a semi-final, and here we're not talking about the fact that Mbekezeli Mbokazi, he's a bench warmer, he's a starter, a regular now at Orlando Pirates. So the experience that he'll be gaining playing the CAF Champions League semi-finals is second to none. It is second to none. So in the long term, in the long run, it's going to benefit the national team. What do you guys think? Do you think the Orlando Pirates should release him or should they keep him? Should they release him to go to play the Afcon Under-20 tournament? Let me hear your views in the comment section, guys. And please remember to subscribe, guys. Thank you very much for tuning. Remember to like, share, comment, and importantly, guys, subscribe, guys, and hit that notification bell so each time I publish a video, you get notified. Thank you very much, guys.